Think about space, man. Like, we're down here, they're up there, right?
That's crazy, Jeremy. Can you pass me the Funyuns?
What's going on, movie fans? Welcome back to the JBuck Studios channel, your home of reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. Anyways, though, I went out to the theater and saw the new reimagining, kind of rebooted version of Dr. Dolittle, featuring Robert Downey Jr., Dolittle. Dr. John Dolittle has the extraordinary gift of talking to animals. However, when young Queen Victoria becomes gravely ill, the eccentric doctor and his furry friends must embark on an epic adventure. So is Dolittle a fun reimagining of this beloved character? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Dolittle, if you're already able to check this out, or if you're very much looking forward to this weekend and taking your kids to it. Now let's get into some of the good. Getting right into Dolittle, the beginning of this film does have this sort of, I would say, gorgeous 2D animation, sort of almost this prologue setting up the story in Dolittle. And I thought that it was animated very well. It was a nice voiceover, and I thought that that was one of the highlights of the film, and also some of the jokes in this movie. I mean, they do have a lot of humor in this movie. There's throwing out a lot of jokes, a lot of one-liners, and I thought that there were a handful of jokes and one-liners that definitely landed and made me laugh, maybe chuckle, maybe, you know, kind of enjoy this movie for what it was. However, with Dolittle and the writers and the script and whatnot throwing so many different jokes at the screen and only a handful of them landing, man, the humor was subpar, to say the least. Again, this Dolittle movie is not for me. I am not the targeted audience. The audience for this movie is very much kids. I don't even know what ages, but kids and their parents taking them to this movie. So the humor, again, kind of goes in this direction of a lot of fart and poop and, you know, just that kind of humor. It's lower tier humor, and believe me, I love those kind of jokes every now and then, but when they're throwing so many of them at the screen, and again, these awful puns, it gets tiring after a while. However, moving away from the humor, getting into the technical side of this movie, obviously there's talking animals, there's a lot of different animals all hanging out with these real life characters and these green screened backgrounds. And a lot of the VFX, the visual effects for these animals, is not the best. I mean, you've seen this material maybe 15 years ago, because these animals on the big screen, I mean, they move like animals, but it feels like what the humans are moving at a certain frame rate, the animals are moving at a lesser frame rate, so they're very jittery, they're moving from here to there very quickly, and the coloring for these animals did not feel like it fit the environment. It didn't feel like they took enough time for the shading, the vibrancy of the characters or the animals felt way over the top. So this is a drastic over-the-top comparison, but it felt like clip art versions of these animals against real-life humans. The visual effects are pretty bad in this film, but then getting into borderline the performances of this film, Robert Downey Jr., you know, he comes off of Iron Man, he comes off of the MCU, you know, this is high praise and whatnot. Him going into this Dolittle role feels so odd, because right from the get-go, he is this very much caricature of this character. And again, this is played to the kids, this is played to a younger audience, but what he does with the characters, or the character choices, is odd, because his accent is all over the place. We don't know what he's really going for. He's going for a kooky voice. It doesn't seem to carry this constant through line through the whole film. I mean, it's just him saying these weird, goofy things in a goofy accent. And as a kid, you're probably not going to matter. It's probably not going to care. You're going to like this. But then Antonio Banderas in this film as well just seems so weird to be in this movie after coming off of Pain and Glory as well. The character choices were very weird, and the plot of this movie is, I wouldn't say cliched, I mean it is cliched, but it follows this through line that we've seen multiple times before. But getting to the very end of this movie, the final quote-unquote climax of the movie, the conclusion of Dolittle, is so ridiculous. Like, again, I think I read into this where the visual effects, the writing, this movie was borderline a disaster. And honestly, I'm sorry, but watching this movie, Dolittle is a goddamn disaster. And the conclusion of this film, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it goes in this direction that seems so, like, the whole movie, the hour and a half, was leading up to this single thing. This is ridiculous. Like, a kid wrote this page in the script on with a crayon, and I cannot believe that they even, how somehow this got approved and they filmed this for this movie.
Hiya, can you approve these rewrites? But the film comes out next week. You know what they say, do little, do late. Wow, I hope there's plenty of puns like that in the film. Oh, there's so many, plenty of monkey business. Oh, stop, you're killing me. So we rewrote the ending to appeal more to kids. Great, since they're the ones that are paying for the movie ticket. It ends with RDJ pulling something out of a butt. Haha, butts are funny. And then there's a big fart. Haha, farts are even funnier. Great.
Overall, Dolittle does have a hint of some fun things. Again, I'm not the targeted audience, but man, this is, again, one of the worst movies this year. We're only 1 month in, but man, this is bad. With it featuring a few jokes that definitely land, but a lot of the humor falling flat, character choices that just feel odd and out there, a plot that very much is cliched, and an ending that is so baffling how this was the end of the movie. I would honestly not even get close, not even tempt to go see Dolittle this month, this week. Don't even rent this movie. I mean, if you have a kid and this is what they're into, go out, treat them to this movie. But if you're anyone else, stay clear of Dolittle. In closing, I'm going to give Dolittle 0.5 out of 5 clip art visuals. So what did you guys think of Dolittle? If you've already suffered through this film, or if you're very much looking forward to it, not so much anymore, let me know in the comments down below. I'm very curious on what others thought of this film. Anyways, though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there or right over there. You know, brand new movie reviews, trailer reactions, fun comedy skits, all sorts of cool stuff on this channel. Tomorrow, I have a ranking video of Bad Boys for Life, and then this week, maybe some new stuff, some old stuff, maybe a trailer action. Who knows what's going to happen. Follow all of my social media down there. Click that subscribe button. Like this video. Share this video out. And until next time, I'll see you later.